Right here, starting with Jane.
Hi, I'm Jane. As you'll see up on the screen, you really want to collaborate, take advantage of your teacher librarian if you have one, and just I know most of you probably see retirement as many years off in the horizon, but I actually did retire 2 years ago as a teacher librarian, but it doesn't mean you stop doing things and connecting and learning and sharing. I still connect on social media. I still participate in professional associations and conferences, and actually I'm teaching an online course for pre-service librarians. So it's what you get here, and all the other connection things are lifelong. They're not just, during your working career. Thanks,
Jane. Nancy.
Okay, well, I probably don't need this, as those of you who know me probably know. But anyway, so I'm Nancy Minicoatsy. On the Twitters, I'm Coffee Nancy. And I was lucky enough to be in the Tour 16 cohort in Toronto. So my advice is you have all kinds of wonderful projects and you are going to run into problems. That's normal. Just keep trying, take advantage of your group, take advantage of the people around you, and you will make progress. Even if it's a baby step, it's still progress. Just keep going, because eventually you're going to make it.
So like 30 seconds, guys.
Should I talk? Am I talking to us? Sorry, guys. Yeah.
So I'm Matthew Needleman from 2013 Chicago. Congratulations. My advice when you leave this room and you go back and you're working with people who are not necessarily innovators is to make sure to focus on the instructional need and not the tool, and so that you are filling in the dots for people who don't have it automatically like you might.
Okay, right here.
Well, that's a bigger step.
Sorry, I made an entrance. I just said follow your heart and avoid the annoyance, because you're going to bring wonderful tools to your people, to your teachers, your admin, and anyone else in your district, and sometimes they're a little annoyed about it. But go with the ones who embrace what you're teaching, and eventually it will flow over into the others.
Hi, I'm Jody from Austin 2014. And I teach in La Habra. I'm an academic coach. My advice has to do with change being a super slow process, which if you know anything about change, it is like watching grass grow. Just stay positive, lean on the people who are here, and don't lose your sparkle. Be super much all the time.
I love that.
Hi, I'm Amy Prosser. I'm from 2014's Mountain View group. I would say collaborate, but more than just collaboration. If you run into those people that don't want to collaborate and you kind of hit that wall, go into those conversations assuming best intentions. And I found that that's a really good direction to go when you're working with people that may not want to jump on the technology bandwagon immediately.
Rustam, LA18. My words of advice, my advice, perfection never ships. So once you have an idea, just get it out there and share it with the world.
Hi, I'm Kate. I was in Mountain View 2012, and I work with a lot of administrators now today, and what I've realized makes things work is if you can take your pitch or your idea and you're going to be doing it in your school or district, my suggestion is to carefully and craftily work in their language, their words, and if possible, meet a couple of their goals, and they're going to love you for it. What's next? Jennifer.
Jennifer Scott from LAX18, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. If it means giving a conference in another language, do it, push yourself, and don't be afraid, because you're gonna make mistakes, but people are gonna love you for it.
Hi, Adam, SID17, Tech Integration Coach. You are going to probably encounter some, as I like to call, haters. You know what? You need to find your cult, find that cult following, people who will support you, work with them, build that buzz, and then eventually those haters will eventually jump on board.
Hello, I'm Catherine Goyette from Tour 16, and my advice is don't start with why, start with who. Because what will happen is if you lead with your own vision and you forget that you are serving people, then what happened with me is I had to pivot with my project because those that I served were not ready for what I had planned. So I had to say it's not about my project, it's about people, and go back to empathy.
Hi, I'm Megan Kelly. No, not that Megan Kelly. But I'm from London 17. And my advice is just to make sure you have a plan of follow through, to follow through with the excellent ideas that you guys have that you're dreaming up right now. So what is that thing that's going to keep you on task to remember all the things that you want to do? I was a big Google Slides person, so I built all these things in slides to keep myself organized. So that's my advice, is find what that is that will keep you organized and on track to make your dreams come true.
Steven Santo, DC 17. I know it says pivot, don't be afraid to pivot, don't be afraid to pivot, but also foster the relationships that you guys have developed here, because we talk a lot about islands, and I think as much as we can be in the community, the better that we are and those that are with us, and as well as our students. So, community, fostering these relationships.
Yeah, G Taco, Boulder. ODI. So first of all, I'm with that tech team, and one thing that I would say to echo Jody's comment is persistence. You got to be persistent with your project, because change is a painfully slow process, and if you get discouraged by that pace, it can be a little frustrating. So we encourage, find the people that are going to do the things that you're interested in, meeting the needs of the learners, and ultimately just keep pressing on and pressing on, because you will find that people follow you and you can make great things happen.
Good afternoon, everybody. GT. We were the cohort that was before Google even came to these offices. It was over in Santa Monica, over in the Pacific Bell building. So part of my advice to share with all of you is I've been now an innovator for a long time, and one of the things that I've seen in this time frame is, like what's been shared, is that a lot of change has not occurred. And so that's why my recommendation, my request, my suggestion, my offer, and my plea with all of you is whatever you do, make sure that your project is equitable, sustainable, and accessible to everyone, because I've seen over the time since I've been part of this particular group, this family, as a lot of the systems that exist in our schools now still exist. They existed back then, they still exist now, which means that there's a whole block of our students that are being left behind every single year. So, thank you.
Thank you all for coming, for sharing that advice. So now, time for your graduation ceremony. How many of you have graduated? This will be like how many will this be the 4th graduation? And we have 5th graduation ceremonies out there. Anyone want to say? Well, this is, I think what we'll do for this, should we maybe have?
I've given the coaches instructions.
Okay.
But I'd like to invite them all out on stage first in full academic regalia. All right, your coaches will be waiting for you, though, off to that side of the stage. When we call your team name, you are going to gather here with your team. You will walk across the stage in this direction. You will receive a certificate from Dan and shake his hand. You'll receive a pin from Melissa and shake her hand. You'll get a photograph with our 2 friendly Googlers. Then you'll meet your coach by the comfy chair, where you'll take a photograph with the logo sign behind you, and a fun team photograph, pins and certificates. So, thank you, coaches. So Dan, here's your certificate. Should we put them here? Melissa. pins. And do you have the... Sweet. All right, our first team is going to be Optimized Prize. So meet us up here, Optimized Prize. All right, these slides are in no particular order, so just come up when we call your name. Benjamin Cogswell. We can take a photo with the two of them. Here we go. Nice. All right, you all got this now? All right. So, Christina DiMaselli. And Greg Eilers. Jay Dubois. Kelly King. Lisa Seha. And Janet Gutierrez. And we can get a quick team picture over there while our next teamlet is coming up.
Okay.
Teamlet, come on down. All right, first up is Abby Almerito. Ryan Clark. Ryan, we appreciate the physical touch in the workplace. Melissa King. All right. Oh, my clicker stopped. Topher Mueller. All right, Holly Sis. And Susanna Summers. All right, Team Lit. Pizza Ballet are up next. All right, Chip Chase. And Ren. Ian Davey. John Spike. Misty Trevino. And Natasha Rachel. The Beats of LA, everybody. All right, Ace in the hole. Make your way down. And we will kick it off with Adam Geisen. Cynthia Nixon. Eduardo Rivera.
Best dance catch ever!
I didn't think you felt it, no. Katie McNamara. Ron Carroll. And Sadie Lewis. All right, Team Nacho Mama. Come on.
Who's your team? Nacho Mama.
All right, Jennifer Lehman. Nicole Taylor.
Thank you.
All right, Manuel Herrera. Barry Awanski. Patrick Hauserman. And Terrence White. All right, team, meet surprises. Come on down. All right, Jonathan Alvarado. Sean Arnold. Jeannie Elder. Marcy Faust. Christine Monty. And Kelly Orvik. And a final round of applause for all the LAX18 Innovators. Dan's got a few final words for you. You guys are too much fun. So I just want to start off with some thanks to all the people who have made this happen. This is this has been my first full Innovation Academy in English. So I did one in the Netherlands, which was fabulous as well. But thanks for also taking this ride with me. We started off our adventure together talking about a roller coaster and how the next couple of days we're going to be a roller coaster, and how the innovation process is a roller coaster, and we're going to build it while we were on it, right? We had some highs and some lows, some pivots, some fast parts, some maybe slow parts, figuring out where we're going to go next. But it's only the beginning, and you're about to embark on a grand adventure. And what a wonderful group of people to do that with. The relationships that you have here are going to last for a lifetime, I hope. And as you support each other in the great work and the challenges, the meaty challenges that you're tackling together and going out to solve. So just so excited about what's happening. What's happened here and what's going to happen going forward. Before we go out and do our final celebration together, just want to call out a few people to say thanks to. So we'll start with Justin, who's been doing our AV in the back. Say hi, Justin. I'm grateful for all the work that he's been doing to keep everything moving smoothly. It's been really wonderful. So we have our great folks from Japan here. So Yoshi and Ray and Ryoji. So to build a local community now reaching further into some new places. Then so grateful for Mark and for all that he's done. Being part of this program for so long and so invested in it.
There's some people we couldn't do anything without, and Wendy is one of those. She's just done so much heart and soul. On the Google side, so you've all met Justin, who's done so much behind the scenes to make our event a fabulous place. So huge shout out to Justin. And for Melissa as well, and for all that she does on the marketing side to make sure that you really have a voice that can spread beyond this room and throughout the world. So thanks, Melissa, for being here. And you've heard a lot from someone who's been kind of helping you design this roller coaster all along the way. So couldn't have done this without Les and her design expertise. And what an amazing group of coaches. And last but not least, all of you, thank you so much for being here, our class of LAX18. It's been a real honor to be here with you. I'm so excited for the adventure ahead, and good luck, and thanks for being here. So.
Thank you, Dad!
Let's celebrate.
18!
live, yeah.
Where is it? Where's the feed coming from?
Oh, it's the whole group.
Yeah, but where's the feed coming from? Oh, can you?
Yeah, it's just late.
Yeah.
Well,
It's delayed. My kids are looking at me.
we're all talking.
Can you see me? I'm dancing.